Hello and welcome to Artlights of the Week, your weekly resource of new art for you to consume and appreciate. This is actually the first episode of Artlights of the Week, and I'm so glad to be able to share with you all the things that I have been finding out about recently. And not necessarily only mainstream stuff, but also stuff that goes unseen by a lot of people. So it doesn't matter how many views this specific artist gets, if I like this and if it changes my life positively, I'm going to share it with y'all. So without further ado, my name is Titi, and today we'll be talking about a neat one-beat puzzle game, a manhwa featuring a fat cat with powers, and any Japanese jazz duo. And no worries, because I'll talk about these things and show just enough of them to make you interested without spoiling the fun of finding out the whole thing by yourself. I actually found out about Void Stranger because of one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, Super iPatch Wolf, the guy whose every new upload is a guarantee watch for me, even if I don't know crap about what he's talking about. And less than 20 minutes in the video, I was already sold on Void Stranger. If we try to describe it the quote-unquote regular way, we'd say that Void Stranger is a Sokoban style puzzle game. You know those type of games, right? In which you control a character in a top-down view and push boxes around, trying to solve puzzles and not get stuck, and failing miserably and thinking about killing yourself. But that would not really explain why this game is so good. It's very easy to incite players with a mystery to play throughout the story, but it's very difficult to make things consistently engaging while you are finding out what is going around. The gameplay is really clever, and it helps you feeling engaged until you can find out more about the story. And there is a very blatant absence of tutorials as well, but you don't really miss them, because the game teaches all that you need to know the best way possible, which is playing it. The second thing that brought my attention upon it was its graphics, which is this one-beat pixel art style, which I love so much. This type of art is not new, but got way more popularized after World of Horror, I'm pretty sure. And I also find it very difficult to make things work with this kind of graphics, because you have to be very clear on your designs, as not to make things look like square blobs. You need to make sure your game is visually clear, and Void Stranger does that very well. Also, the soundtrack absolutely kills it. For real, trust me, this game is very fun. If you like puzzle games at least a little, I can guarantee you will love it. It's a relatively difficult experience, but engaging enough for you to really think your way around problems, and fair enough not to make you rage quit. Also, the story unravels very beautifully. Here's another of its songs, just so you know that I'm serious about the soundtrack. Before we continue, I just want to thank you all for trusting my taste in art, and if this is interesting to you so far, consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel so more people can have access to more great art like this. And also drop in the comments below stuff which you would recommend to me, so I can share your great taste with the world. Thanks, and back to the video. So I have this friend, and she's obsessed over cats. Like, she has cat-themed things all over her office, clothing, and all kinds of stuff. And of course, she would eventually recommend me contents with cats in it. So when the stars aligned, she recommended me reading Eleceed, this manhwa about a guy with superpowers and a very cute fat cat, who's actually a very powerful being. Again, the intent of this bit is to not spoil anything for you and just encourage you to consume the art I show you, so I can tell the story and dialogues is pretty funny, but serious enough for you to get involved in it, but I won't really explain it. The emotional engagement is really good, so although it's a pretty lengthy comic with 347 chapters to the moment I'm writing this and counting, it's an easy read for most of the time. The art can be very gorgeous sometimes too, mainly when showing particle effects, and I love this. Now, to be fair, I haven't finished reading it yet, which is a little irresponsible from my part, yes. But I highly recommend you at least give it a try, and if it sticks, neat, you have something to read for quite a few weeks. As a student of Japanese, one thing that I really love is putting my Japanese songs playlist on shuffle and letting YouTube recommend new Japanese songs, which is funny because most of the time it insists on showing me new J-pop, which, hear me out, is not bad, I like it, but there's genres which I like most and don't show up on my recommendations as often, such as jazz. So imagine how wonderful it felt when it recommended me this duo. Soraya is a duo of musicians, Kento Tsubosaka and Benina Ishikawa. I find it interesting that Japanese songs tend to be very poetic most of the time, in such ways that it feels pretty difficult to really absorb the meanings entirely if you don't have the cultural pieces figured out. But to me, at least, their lyrics hit that perfect spot between casual lyric and poetic depth. But what made me fall in love with their sonority was their melodies. I would feel bad for showing you snippets of specific songs from their album called Soraya, because the whole album is really beautiful. So my drunk brain, in its peak of clarity, thought, what if I show them a 5-second snippet of every single song of the album? So that's what I did. I think the songs by themselves express better than me anything that I could ever put into words, so if you like their sonority, consider giving them a chance. If you don't speak Japanese nor want to check the lyrics online, their melodies alone are worth it, I promise. They are really soothing and calm, but not monotonous and predictable. That's what I call the perfect amount of jazz, for non-jazz listeners at least, to also enjoy it thoroughly. These are all my recommendations of the week. If you've got any interest in any of them, I'm so glad that I could help in any way, but if you don't, try checking next week, because I'll keep doing this every single Friday. And again, if you want to recommend me new stuff, if you think you have something that I would like to see, tell me in the comments or DM me in social media and I'm gonna check it out. And who knows, maybe recommend to more people next week. Once again, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a great week. See ya.